Hi guys, welcome back. So let's talk Ireland, their report card for the autumn internationals, and also looking forward to the Six Nations in 2022. What do I think their best 15 might be? Now let's just say it how it is. Ireland's results were sensational. It could not have been any better. And I really like the way they constructed their fixture list by the IRFU. I mean, you have New Zealand in the middle there, and then two challenging but not terribly challenging games either side, and they dealt with them all fantastically well, and they won the biggie against New Zealand. Plus it's only 3 matches, not 4, so they weren't overstressing their players. Like I said, couldn't have gone any better. Japan they put away with absolute ease, didn't let Japan have a sniff, and their attack game looked amazing. Like I've said in my match reports, the variation of the attack, the speed, the ball movement, and the interplay in the forwards especially was sensational. And I was wondering, could they carry that over to the All Blacks? And yes, they could. Even though it's 29-20, fairly close on the scoreboard, they absolutely smashed New Zealand, didn't let them have a sniff, just were putting New Zealand under the pump for so much of that game. And New Zealand broke away with a few tries, but it was really all Ireland. Now, the other game, 53-7 against Argentina, was a little slower pace potentially, but as soon as Ireland attacked, they were just destroying Argentina, who had no answer for the speed of that attack. So it's pretty perfect there. 3 wins from 3. What more can you ask? And the biggest positive is that completely revamped all-court attack, but still plenty of grind when they needed it. They weren't doing a New Zealand as such and chucking the ball wide straight away. They were working hard as well. And at the moment, dare I say, it almost looks perfect, and possibly based on the success of Leinster, the style, the players, is something that's been said that Ireland should do for a while, and that they have, and why not? And the defence still had plenty of bites, and so it looks really, really good. The new front row, switching Porter back to the loose head, has worked. Kelleher's already stepped up his game. So Porter, Kelleher, Furlong look sensational in the front row. Van der Fleer's even better, Ryan's even better, Lowe, etc. What more can you say? With youngsters like Doris and Carberry as well having good international games, it's all good. And having come off the back of all those wins looking so good, surely the Six Nations is a reasonable expectation for them to try and win. They've got a great chance. Are there any negatives? Well, hard to look for some. Maybe one concern which a number of Irish fans are saying is, maybe it's just a bit too good. Are they peaking again too soon before the World Cup? But, I mean, you're not going to turn down performances like that, so I don't think you should worry about that too much. But still, that is a worry because it's happened before. Anyway, let's get into this team for the Six Nations next year. It's pretty straightforward because it's pretty much the team we saw in these 3 matches. Front row of Porter, Kelleher and Furlong. Absolutely no problem selecting those. Definitely interested in seeing Sheehan develop. Herring's there if he needs help, but I think Kelleher, Sheehan's the way to go. Surely a front row for the World Cup as well, you've got to think. Second row is probably between 3 or 4. I'll start with Byrne and Ryan to start with, but Henderson and Baird look really good as well. So any combination of those guys could be really impressive. Looking good in the second row. Back row wise, well, you have to start with the back row that played in these games, Doris, Van der Fleer and Conan. Peter Imani will not go away, keeps on coming back for more, really resilient character. Big Gavin Coombs as well is going to be kicking around, so plenty of options there. At 9, with the fast pace of their new attack, Gibson Park seems to have slotted in perfectly. Murray just struggling to keep up with the same pace that he can bring. Casey could probably bring that as well, but he needs more game time to have a look. At 10, it's obviously going to be Sexton at 10, but Carberry did look a lot better in these games. I was a little worried for him after the summer internationals, but he looked very decent. His kicking at goal especially was impressive, so he's a good backup. The centres, it's the same 3 really. Aki, Henshaw, Ringrose, a combination of those guys. From what we've seen in the autumn, I'd probably go Aki and Ringrose. And you can't change the back 3, can you, of Lowe, Conway, Keenan, but Balakoon looks very quick. Stockdale might have something to say about it, and maybe Carberry is a backup 15. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think of Ireland's autumn and also the team I've selected for the Six Nations next year. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time.